As you recall from our previous discussion, the short-run average total cost curves, as you produce more and more units of output in this range between 5,000 all the way to 20,000 units, the average total cost curves begins to drop. But beyond 20,000 units produced, the average short-run average total cost curves begin to rise. Notice when we put all the different firm sizes onto the graph in just a second, you'll notice that there's an envelope that forms that is tangent to the short-run average total cost curves. We call this envelope the long-run average total cost curve. So if you've noticed, we put in a red long-run average total cost curve where the short-run average total cost curves are tangent to this long-run average total cost curve. Now we're going to take these firms out again. Now again, as you recall from our previous discussion, that even though this is productively efficient in the short run, for this quantity of units, a different factory size would be better than this factory size 1 in the blue. But the blue factory size, which is factory size 1, this would be the ideal factory size to produce this many units. And the same happens for over here. In other words, factory size 2, even though it's productively efficient at 10,000 units, it's better for factory size 2 to produce less than 10,000 units. And that continues all the way until you get to what's considered to be the optimal factory size here. Beyond that, you can tell that the average total, short-run average total cost curves begin to climb, but the short-run average total cost curve is tangent to the long-run average total cost curve here. What we've done over here then is shown you that in the long run, this is considered to be economies of scale. In other words, as you produce more and more units of output, there's an increase in output which rises greater than the increase in the input. Now if you look at this, this here is called constant returns to scale, which means that the increase in output is equal to the increase in the cost of the input here. And so anywhere from this many units all the way to this many units is considered to be constant returns to scale. Now if you look at this, here is called diseconomies of scale. And diseconomies of scale is when there's increases in inputs which rise greater than the increases in outputs. In other words, bureaucracy starts to set in, paper flow starts to set in, and the factory becomes less efficient. And so this is called diseconomies of scale.